we have to welcome inside of this show the happiest man in e-commerce, a goated operator. You've seen him on some of the most popular SaaS podcasts on the internet. Okay, and behind the scenes, our guy has founded many brands, is running many brands, and he has an exciting one that is yet to debut. We need to bring Jack Kavanaugh inside of this show right now. Jack, get in here. Get in here, Jack.
I have to press the button. Hey guys, how you doing? Man, I feel so hyped. You guys got me blushing.
Man, let's go. That's what we want. We want all of the entrepreneurs on the interwebs to be celebrated when they come here, Jack. Man, we appreciate you making the time and joining us on the show.
Thank you. Thank you. On the topic of AfterSell, can I share my screen, guys?
I don't know if you can or not.
I don't think so.
I'm going to try it.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
But we installed AfterSell for one of my brands, and we've had it for like, I don't know, it looks like we've had it for the best part of 3 months now. I am sharing my screen. I'm not sure if it's going to come up.
I don't know if it's going to come up either, but keep telling your story. Keep telling your story, Jack.
We've made $13,413 from AfterSell, and we pretty much just turned it on.
Whoa!
That's from just post-purchase. We have 1,861 from thank you and 2,000 from checkout.
What? Come
on, Jack.
Yeah. That's crazy.
No brainer of the month.
Yeah.
Let's go.
See, that's what we need. We need more of that coming from.
I spoke to Varun, who's like the founder of AfterSell, and I was like, dude, thank you. This is
right.
It works. You know?
Thank you for money. I need money. Thank you.
Thank you. That's what we call a win-win, which is what we're all here for, Jack. Jack, man, I would appreciate, for those who don't know you, sir, I'd appreciate you just give us a little bit of origin story behind you, my friend, because we see you everywhere. We see you on podcasts. We know there are things happening in the background. We also know that you're the happiest person in e-commerce on the interwebs. Brother, how did you get to where you are today with excellent mustache in tow? How did you get here doing what you do on the interwebs? We need a little bit of an origin story.
I got to explain the happiest guy in e-commerce thing. So I had a photo that my fiance took of me where I'm like smiling and my eyes are a little bit wider. And then I was like, oh, this is a nice photo. I've never done the whole like professional photo shoot thing. So I set that as my photo and I was like, wow, I look really happy. So I decided, hey, okay, happiest guy in e-com. That's like, oh, I'm gonna call myself.
Very fitting.
But origin story. I was at university in England, and in university in England, you can go into like a minus £2,000 overdraft. That's like the max, 0%. Right. So I was just living there, a minus £2,000 overdraft, and working 2 jobs. I worked in a bar.
Wow.
And a store. Yeah. I was just, trying to make it by. I have a twin brother, and he was like, he had a different approach to making money while he was at university. He was you just asking my parents, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get jobs, and I'm gonna leave my parents alone. So yeah, while I was at uni, me and one of my friends, we saw this brand that was doing very well, growing so fast, and we liked it. We liked the brand. We thought it was very cool. I'm sorry to Oliver from Bustum here, but we just ripped it. We were like, okay, let's scroll to the bottom of their Facebook page and copy all of their posts, right-click, save the meme, and post it on our page.
There we go.
We use this like app called Buffer or something to like schedule out all the posts.
All right.
And so yeah, it was me and my friend from uni, and then someone, I don't know, I was thinking about this before we got into this call. I was like, I have no idea who put me on to let's spend some money on Facebook ads, but I was clearly quite confident with it because I took like a K and put it into video view optimized Facebook ads.
Wow.
Wow. In like 2015, 2016, right?
Oh my God.
And
that's awesome.
I did all right. Yeah. So we sold sample packs and expansions for plugins for like dubstep music producers.
All right. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. And like eventually like little plugins like distortions and stuff to like change sounds for sound people. And yeah, so we started spending on Facebook ads. We did a lot of weird stuff. We can talk about it if you like, but we started spending on Facebook ads, and Facebook ads worked really well. The first 1,000 became, I don't know, 10,000-ish. And like for me back then, when I was like super broke, I was like, oh my God, I have money now. I can run like dates and stuff.
You feel like a king, right?
Right. I mean, like, it's crazy. I was making like £7 an hour as like a bartender and in this clothing store, and then suddenly I had like 10K. I was like, okay, this is nice. But then so I put the whole 10K back in. I was like, fuck it, let's try and swing big. If 1,000 can become 10,000, what can 10,000 become? And then we had a business very quickly. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with this. Like, we're growing really quickly. And to give you context, we had so much growth so fast that I hired all my friends, which was a big mistake. We had like famous DJs buying our products, like someone called Eyes, which is like a dubstep music producer, was like one of our first customers, which was fun. And yeah, it was a crazy climb. Yeah, we grew quite quickly. But guys, this isn't just like a happy story. I ran the business for like 3 years. And used to meet people because I eventually moved to Bali, like everyone does when they have their first.
There we go, baby.
Classic. This is a classic.
Right. And I'd meet people, right, and like hostels and stuff, and they'd be like, "Oh, you own your own business in 21. Congratulations!" And the first time I started hearing that, I was like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, this is thank you." I didn't realize that this was. I guess it is, a very big achievement. We had a huge community. We had like lots of YouTube subscribers and stuff. And then 22, the business started to slow down, right? Started to shrink a little bit. And people are like, oh, you're 22 and you're in your own business. Congratulations. I'm like, yeah, but it's not where I want it to be. And then 23, oh, you're 23 and you're in your own business. Congratulations. And we're still like, we're doing okay. But like, monthly revenue is not holding. We're like getting smaller month over month. So it started to become one of those things when people say congratulations, I get like a pit in my stomach. I'm like, oh, yes, but also,
Yeah.
So eventually we sold, which wasn't a bad sale. It was a good outcome. And then I partied for a while, and then eventually ended up starting some more brands, working for agencies, working in SaaS. Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
That's amazing.
Man.
Could you talk a little bit about, knowing what you know now, and you mentioned kind of there was the plateau of the business. Do you know what you could have done to basically jump and kickstart it up, or are you just kind of done with it? But knowing what you know now, I think we have so many insights now where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to, pull this lever. We're going to pull this lever.
Guys,
what would you have done differently?
So cool. It sounds so cool. It was the opposite of cool. So because we grew really fast. We grew really fast with a Wix website. We weren't even
wow.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And I hired these 2 business development guys, and it was a whole ordeal. We won't get into it because they copied my copycat, and beef. So there was arguments and stuff, but whatever. We were on Wix, and I remember them talking to me and saying, "Hey, Jack, we need to get off of Wix. Like, this is a serious ceiling on our growth. The website doesn't look like a website does." And I'll be honest, it didn't. Right? Like, it looked really scrappy because I was just like building it, like drag and drop.
Yeah.
Right? A button might be off center just because I didn't drag and drop it properly.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that was one. We still, we grew to like past $100,000 months in a month with a Wix website. But then eventually we moved to WordPress, and WordPress was a headache. So there was a lot of headaches. We did so many stupid things. I made all the stupid mistakes.
Yeah,
that is a headache. But you got to get them out of your system. You got to get them out of your system. Well, Jack, tell us about the brands that you got now. Is there anything that you can reveal about what you got going on back there? I have heard, Jack, that there may even be one that is yet to launch that is about to be on the interwebs. What do you got going now?
I must have told you about this, guys. It's very hush right now. We're working on getting product from distributors. Our current brands, all 3 of them, are drop shipping from China. This one's not drop shipping. We're making like organic products. It's not consumable. It's like organic cotton. It's clothing brand.
Okay.
All right.
Very niche.
Yeah. But it's all coming from South America. Taking inventory is a headache. Just getting it into the US is a headache. It's expensive, but we're partnered with this group that's like funding a lot of it. So fortunately, I don't have to bankroll all of it. But at the same time, it's just, things move slow when you're taking inventory and you're like producing with multiple suppliers, de-risking. But yeah, I love the product. I love the brand. Like the domain, I have the domain. Sorry, guys, it's my domain. Hey, we share the domain. I'm not the only one involved, but like I technically have the domain because I bought it. Expensive domain, right? Cool brand. So I'm excited about it, but I want it to happen. It's just kind of moving slowly right now.
Jack, that is like the opposite. It's the opposite of drop shipping. And
Yeah.
drop shipping, it gets a bad name. But we also know on the other side that there are a lot of like goated operators who are crushing with drop shipping. Like it is a very real reality. I mean, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think people discount it. We didn't have to worry about tariffs at all, right? Tariffs was not a problem for us. I imagine it might have been a problem for some drop shipping businesses, but for us, it wasn't. Our best-selling products. So back with my first brand, we released downloadable products that people would download, and then after like 500,000 sales, they would be online for free on all these dodgy websites, like the ones that end with .ru and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'd complain, and then I realized that I can't complain anymore. Nothing's going to happen. But our best-selling product for like my main brand right now, it has been our best-selling product for like 3 years. Right.
Wow.
And it's dropshipped. So technically anyone could, I got the supplier through Alibaba. So anyone could get in contact with the supplier and start selling it. But yeah, and I'm sure there are lots of brands that are. I'm trying not to pay attention, but yeah, for now it's good. And we don't have a lot of the headaches that now I'm having with an inventory brand. Right?
Fair point.
I mean, so you're about to launch this new brand. How are you going to kind of address this go to market in 2026 for how you're approaching the launch, how you're approaching, we just learned about the Hudson method from Sean Frank.
Yeah. Well,
is that the way you're approaching all of this?
Yeah. Or there's a very like exclusive positioning. It's definitely a very premium product. The cost per item is quite high. But we are just going to ship like a shitload of product. The first shipments are all just like for creators, but not tiny creators. Like I saw like Sean's tweet the other day, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. This kind of makes sense, but I'm not going to give them to like Karen, the TikTok shop creator with 50 followers. It's not happening.
Not doing it.
No, not doing that.
This is the Jack method.
What's your floor? What's your floor? What's your floor for followers?
I haven't thought about it yet. We still don't have product yet. We're waiting on the shipment and working with DHL on all of the complexities of fuel surcharges, and I don't want to be involved, but I'm involved right now.
Nice.
Jack, having the background that you do, I would love to get your thoughts on live shopping. Shopify just recently released their integration with Whatnot. And we have, I just heard just last week, actually, there's somebody there. Now, this is not exclusive to Whatnot, but they are taking in product. They're selling it there. They sell on eBay. They sell on Whatnot. There's maybe another sales channel that they have, but they're doing 100 million per year. And they've got quite a system behind getting product from Alibaba, many different places. And man, they are taking this very seriously. You have any thoughts on go-to-market in 2026 as far as live commerce is concerned? I am very bullish on this as we move into this year.
Yeah, I don't know. My only experience with live shopping is back when I was in agency, I'd meet a lot of female founders that were starting their brands and sometimes scaling, doing particularly well. That started off in live selling, and they hated it. But they hated it because their business relied on them always turning up and always shilling.
Sweaty.
And like some of it just so scrappy, but cool. Like good on them. They're building their business. They're doing what they love. It's all on their shoulders, and it's so time costly. My thoughts on it, I don't know. I've never watched any of this live shopping. I have no awareness of the apps. I think you're right. I think it could become a really big thing as people become more and more chronically online. I'll just like enjoy their lives online, right? And enjoy the things that they're shopping, like they're having fun, right? I think it could be big.
I think this is a good point though. And I do think the same reasons that you underlined is why there are, I feel like brands, classically in our space are either not aware or like reluctant to take the plunge is because it's sweaty. It's sweaty. You know, it's like the opposite of it's the opposite of what you want, which is a system where, hey man, you can put cash in there and you've got streamlined operations, and then it happens. You know, it's like something you have to work up to, where you have sellers operating on your behalf and selling and et cetera, and having all the operations behind that. But I do think that some of that sweatiness, some of that obstacle is going to be the way for a number of people. That's interesting. I appreciate your perspective.
Yeah, the obstacle is interesting. Hey, same thing with like just scaling TikTok Shop in general. It's so
True.
So many moving pieces. There's so many people involved. Yeah, that sort of stuff. It seems so sweaty to me, but it's definitely good for a lot of brands. I really don't get excited about it at all. I don't get excited about it. But like I love that it's working for some people, and people are being able to, like, grow their brands and serve their customers this way. But yeah, no, the thing that sort of excites me, I love seeing like someone who's built an agent that does something that a person used to do. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right. That's the sort of thing that really excites me, because I'm like, oh, that's actually genuinely useful, right? Because before you had human error, you had people messing up, you had people sending the wrong message, and now you have like messages going out the door, and it's just an agent that's always running. I like that, but like the parts that actually require people, or like, I don't know, paying an influencer a huge amount of money and then maybe it doesn't work, high risk, potentially no reward.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that sort of stuff.
It's scary. Could you talk a little bit about, I mean, because I would imagine you are seeing multiple viewpoints, operating multiple brands right now. Are there any categories outside of the organic cotton that you're super fired up about as we move forward in 2026?
Yeah, my main brand, where we sell jewelry. It's the one that I was screen sharing to show you AfterSell dashboard.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that jewelry is such a great space. I think there's just so many. We're like, this year we're going on the offensive, right? And we're going to talk about how, the diamond industry is corrupt, slave labor in the diamond industry. Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys saw that Hims Super Bowl ad where it's like, sick of the system.
Yes.
Against you.
Yes. Totally.
What we're going to take, which is that, the mall jewelry store is ripping you off because it's so expensive. This whole 3 months paycheck for your engagement ring, like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's definitely not the standard anymore, but everyone knows about it. So we're going to lean into that. We're definitely a very affordable jewelry brand. And increasingly, I hope into the future, getting cooler, right? And being able to like meet the tastes of a more discerning customer, because we're not all the way there yet. But yeah, I'm bullish on jewelry. I mean, the fundamentals of jewelry are terrible, right? Like, if I was going to like pick a market that's particularly good, it would be like, I don't know, supplements and skincare.
Yeah.
Peptides.
Yeah, peptides. Yeah, peptides and fiber and all that stuff. Yeah, for sure. But like, I'm doing jewelry right now, and
I love it.
It's the point that you bring up about going on the offensive. I do think that this is a very significant piece of marketing when you can identify an enemy. When you can identify an enemy and galvanize your customer around it, and then show yourself as like, hey, we're going to help you down the road to defeat this and get this instead. I mean, I think that's a compelling point. And you bring up a good point here for jewelry. I as these like lab grown diamonds and such, as the costs have gone down and the ability or the opening has taken place for more people to have access to them at a lower price point, there is like a real enemy to be sewn in and kind of hold accountable inside of that story. I think that's compelling.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I used to always say, I'm not sure if this is your experience too, guys, but with my main brand, dynamic product ads and like Google shopping ads have always crushed for us. And they've been like a big part of the growth from like when we were back at like 40, 50K a month to now 250, 300,000 a month. Was dynamic product ads. And I used to say, hey, our attempts at creative haven't really worked, because we would do like a lot of the education piece. Hey, lab grown diamonds are chemically identical to natural diamonds, but there's no slave labor. And I think that we really needed to like do a lot more values alignment and say, hey, actually, most engagement rings are made by slaves, right? And just like really hit it on the nose and get a lot more aggressive with it. We'll see if it works. Who knows? Maybe this, Q4 I'll still be running DPAs with most of my ad budget, but
Long as they work, as long as they work, we'll take it at the end of the day, right?
I mean, like, you know, we launch so many ads. If you look like our ad account, we've got so many ads going, but all of the spend is still to dynamic product ads. And I think a big part of that is just because it's the occasional TikTok shop video that does particularly well, right? It's the occasional review video that we get from like an influencer or two. And then it's a bunch of like random Canva statics, right? Yeah. Or like AI generated statics out of Hicksfield. And like, should we be surprised that like our DPA crushes compared to like a bunch of shitty statics? No, maybe not, right? So yeah, I think if we get really creative and we start talking in a way that lets us build a cult, like an identity of like being anti the establishment, right? Then maybe we get the rebels. And we're kind of a rebel brand. Like the whole idea behind the brand is for the black sheep. So yeah, hopefully we can, hopefully it works. Right?
Dig it.
Let's go. I love that.
Absolutely. Jack, man, we appreciate you making the time to join us, brother. When this new brand comes burst into the world, we got to have you back to talk all the good things, organic cotton, etc.
I'm gonna send you guys some items, right? So
hey,
let's go.
We'll be a part of your band, of your affiliate army. We're happy to do that, Jack.
When people look down here and they see incense and postscript.
Yeah.
AfterSell, they'll also see. I won't name drop.
All right. All right. Hey, we'll take that, man.
Hey, you know what? Let's do it. Let's say the name. The name of the brand is Rich and Happy.
Oh, right? Rich and Happy. Great name.
Good. Really good domain.
To explain the name, because a bit on the nose. One of the co-founders of the brand, who's like basically bankrolling the brand, at this group, saw someone in an airport that was wearing a shirt or a hoodie, I think it was, that said poor and depressed. And they were like, what? Why would you wear that? That's so bad. Like, if you're poor, you don't spend money on nice clothes. And if you're depressed, you have this bad outlook on life. I'd rather be rich and happy. So that's the idea behind the brand.
Baller. Rich and Happy.
I love that.
Baller. Breaking news. Name drop.
Breaking news.
From Jack Kavanagh on the show. Well, we look forward to sporting our Rich and Happy and feeling so, sir, dressed in our pleasant organic cotton threads. Jack, we appreciate you coming on. We look forward to having you back, and keep us updated, brother.
See you.